Hello guys, VR Nosy here. Today I am wanting to talk about more accessories. I am sort of addicted to finding accessories for Oculus Quest, but also not just Oculus Quest, Rift S as well, and or the Rift CV1. I like VR and I could obviously go out and buy games with some of this money, but really I like to improve my performance and I don't necessarily buy all these, but I'm sort of addicted to just looking and finding them. And honestly, you guys are probably out there hunting some for yourself, and maybe I'm able to pinpoint some of these accessories for you without you having to do all the grunt work. Because the accessories that I'm finding are not accessories that are ones that you run into every single day or that you're even seeing reviews on. To be clear, I'm not sponsored by any company or anything like that. I just am addicted to VR and I'm addicted to finding the best accessories and or the worst ones sometimes. Um, so anyway, I wanted to start off by going over some of the things that I found, and maybe if you guys are looking for accessories for your Oculus Quest, you'll be into one of these. And if you do purchase one, I'd love to know what you think because I have not purchased all of these. But I wanted to show you guys what I had found just because if you go on Amazon and you just look for accessories, you don't always find exactly, what it is that you're looking for. So I wanted to basically just go through this and see, what you guys have found and what you think of the things that I've found and kind of show you what I've came across. So on the screen here is basically some of the things I'm going to be going over right now. But starting off, so this is something that I'm actually kind of interested in because I have a smaller play area. And so with my Oculus Quest, I can obviously go other places. On my Rift CV1, though, I'm kind of confined to a smaller computer room. And sometimes I've punched my closet a lot, and man, it's kind of rough on the controllers. So my Quest, I try to take to other areas of my house, but still I have furniture and things in the way. And so this mat, it sort of seems would kind of keep me in my zone, let me know if I'm, stepping too far out of my play area, kind of let me know what area is facing the front. I'm assuming with the rigid area up here at the top, I could probably feel it for that and kind of know which way is forward if I need to. So I haven't necessarily seen anything like this exactly in the past. I've seen some VR mats, but they were usually larger. I kind of like this because it's smaller, and I feel like it would really help keep me oriented while I'm inside the headset, as well as keep me from punching my walls or whatnot, maybe because I'll kind of have an idea of where I am in real life. So this is a little pricey at 74, but if you're $74, but if you're like me and you have two different headsets and you have a smaller play area, this could come in really handy, and I do think it's rather nice. So if the comfort's good on this could be a really good add-on to the virtual reality space we're playing in. So the next thing that I want to talk about, this seems really cool. This is something that I just came across, and it is haptic feedback gloves coming for Oculus Quest. Um, and so this isn't something that we've really heard much about. Now, they've said that, Mark Zuckerberg said that at OC6 they were working on some haptic feedback gloves, but I'm assuming that's going to be down the line. These are from a company called Bebop Sensors. Haven't really heard of them in the past, but this does seem like a pretty cool thing. Now, I don't think these are out yet. I think they're in the work. And I'll link you to the site down below. I'll link all this stuff down below. But if you go through and on their site and you go to news, it actually says on the very top post right here, Bebop Sensors announces world's first haptic glove designed exclusively for Oculus Quest. So that's pretty cool, guys. Now that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if they're kind of pricey. So some of the things I'm showing you guys today will probably be kind of pricey, and that's probably why you don't hear about it a lot, but not all of them are. But this is I think a huge step forward, and I'm interested to see what these will do when they hit the market for purchase. So the next one actually is available right now. These are wireless virtual reality gloves. and they are available for purchase for $490. So these are rather expensive. Um, I had never heard of these either until a few weeks ago. I just ran across them while hunting for VR accessories, which is like what I spend 90% of my time doing now when I'm at my computer for some reason. I think I'm a little addicted. I may have a problem, but anyway, these look really cool. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website, they actually have videos of these gloves in use. And I haven't seen
Okay,
anything
so
else
today we're
like
doing
this.
gameplay of Star Wars Battlefront with the Haptic Gloves and the
So
Oculus
this
Rift.
guy's wearing the
Let's have some fun.
gloves. You can see him using the gloves. And I don't know for sure how I would feel about my hand, without the controller holding the gun. And I haven't researched far enough to see if it's actually putting restriction on your finger pull, like to make it feel. I mean, it's a haptic feedback glove, so I would think it would. Um, but I'll let you guys go through these videos and you can watch. And this is really cool. Honestly, if this works as good as it looks like it does, I may be willing to drop $490 on these gloves because this looks very promising. Um, so the next thing, a lot of guys are out there, women, also out there looking for basically like a gun stock for your Oculus Quest. So here is one I found right now. It's actually on sale for $49, down from $100, and it works with the Oculus Rift S and Quest touch controllers. So in my personal experience, I've used gun adapters like this in the past. I personally am not a fan of these, but I know a whole lot of people are, so I thought I would include it because if you want this, this would be a good way to go. The biggest problem that I have found with these are that when you are in VR and you're trying to shoot the bad guys in the game, it works very well when you're doing that. But when you're trying to walk around and pick up things quickly and drop things and reload, it kind of, for me, it got more in the way than it actually helped. Um,
Admit it. A car crash surgery. Push your chest up against this.
but I don't know, guys. If this is your thing, this looks like it would be a pretty cool accessory. Um, it just wasn't for me. So I did include one more. This one's an Amazon link. This one's $69. It looks like it would be pretty promising as well. It's got the carbon fiber tubes. The one that I actually had was a Mammoth VR stock. I got it for the Oculus Rift CV1. I was not a fan of it. For one, it actually trying to put it together, it had no instructions. I sort of broke it putting it together. The customer service was really bad. They weren't of any help. They refunded me for it. I ended up super gluing the thing together, finally got it to work. And it was working correctly once I got it super glued together because I sort of screwed too hard trying to figure out how it went together. But it was just, for me, it got in the way. I'd be picking up and firing, and it worked great. And then it came time to walk or pick up something in VR, and all of a sudden now I have this giant monstrosity of a thing attached to my controller. Maybe the sling might make that better. So this was something that I wasn't a fan of, but if you are, I wanted to give some options. This right here, I'm actually a huge fan of. Now, I've made a VR video or video about VR controllers in the past that were 3D printed, and I was not a fan of them. I thought it was really jittery inside the controllers. Um, and I said, don't ever use anything like this. But this right here has changed my mind. So these controllers actually have small silicone like slits inside the band that goes around that helps it stay on your hand as a stick to your hand sort of, as well as this material isn't like a hard plastic. It's more like it feels like kind of like a really more like a soft rubber. I don't think it is, but it's way better, and truthfully I did find it extremely comfortable. It did stick to my hand very well. I was still able to use the default strap along with it if I wanted to. It didn't jitter or rock around inside of the grips. It gave a firm grip. It's got, almost a 5-star rating right now. I am completely impressed with these and I highly recommend them. And I'll try to do another review, but there are reviews out there on these that also show you how to put it together. They also come with a little thing you can put over the lenses to protect your lenses, as well as a nose guard. Um, 100% recommend this. I really, really liked this. Um, so the next thing is I tried looking around for unique headstands basically for the Oculus Quest. And this one kind of stood out to me because it is a magnetic charging and storage dock for the Oculus Quest. And I thought this was very different than the other ones that I was seeing. And I'm strongly thinking about ordering this because I really like the idea of being able to dock my Oculus Quest and charge it at the exact same time. So, this just seems pretty cool to me. I'd like to know if anybody has tried this. The second one is just basically an AMVR. I like most of AMVR stuff. I love their faceplate. I love their controller grips. So I'm thinking about getting their headset stand. This seems like it would be pretty nice. It isn't a charging stand like the previous one, but I do think this would be a pretty good stand if you're looking for something like that. Now, all that being said, truthfully, most of the time I keep my Oculus Quest inside the official Oculus Quest case. But I may get something like this if I start using Oculus Link more and maybe replace my CV1 with the Oculus Quest over Oculus Link once that becomes available, which is something I'm considering doing. Um, I will wait until I find out how good that is, though, before I make that decision. So this is, I don't know, guys. I feel like this might be something that could be really useful, and it might be something more of just a gimmick. But either way, this is something that, you don't really see on Amazon or anywhere else, and you haven't really seen a review on. I think I found it through a review on some weird site I was on. But basically, it's called VR and Chill, and what it does is if you're playing a really sweaty game where you're getting hot and sweaty, it's like two little fans blowing on you. It just attaches to your Quest and it just blows air on you. So you have a fan blowing on you at all times for $30. It seems like it's kind of a neat little accessory. Um, the video I saw was of a woman playing and she had the, fans up on her and she said it really helped. So this could be interesting if it, I don't tend to play the really sweaty games, but if you do, this might be something you want. So this one I've actually done another review on. In fact, I linked my review as a video down on their page here because I was so impressed by this. VR cover is one that is really popular, but I personally prefer this company. And for the Oculus Quest, they have the Oculus Quest VR Phase Pad. Um, the only complaint I have is the hole is a little bit small, but you can sort of stretch that out once you have it on your head to be able to see through it better. Um, and I've even considered taking it to an alteration shop to have them make it bigger. Regardless, no matter how I if I find a complaint about it, I can tell you if I take it off, I have more complaints. So having it on has been a big benefit to me. The material is just super comfortable. I can leave it on my face for long periods of time if I'm watching a movie, if I'm playing a game. It doesn't really matter. It feels good on my face and it's washable. So that's a big plus. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that when you get it, it's going to be really thin. It's kind of like a pillowcase. It wraps around your faceplate. I wrapped it around the AMVR faceplate with the thick cushion on there, and I really like the way this feels. I highly recommend this if you're not liking the way that it feels against your face currently, either with the AMVR VR cover or the standard faceplate. This right here will improve things for you. So I also did a review on this. Well, I didn't do a review on that. I take that back. I showed a picture of this exact eBay listing kind of through a screenshot because I thought it was something that's just unique, something that nobody else really other than one person has done a review on, and I don't know why because this is amazing. We don't have anything with good sound quality options for the Oculus Quest other than the Deluxe audio strap from HTC Vive. but even still, that requires a complete mod of the entire headset. So this is a sound kit for the Oculus Quest, um, that you don't have to change out your head strap. It just attaches to it. It's made from extremely high quality audio, um, and this is a very well known high quality company in Germany, and that's where it's produced. It is rather expensive. It did with, I live in the United States, and with taxes and insurance, it came to about $200. Um, but I am so excited for this because I want good audio, and there's not really a lot of options on the Oculus Quest. So if you're looking for that premium high-end sound, I highly recommend this. There is a video on YouTube that I'll link below of a guy who's actually doing a review on this, and he actually tests the audio compared to the HTC Vive audio strap and the original Oculus Quest audio, and then with the Oculus Quest sound kit listed here. And so you can really tell that, from his review, that these are high quality headphones and it's going to be a big improvement. Again, like I said, I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is just me being an enthusiast and trying to find all the cool things for VR because I love this, and I think this would be a really cool product for a lot of people. I think the price is going to kill it for a lot of people because a lot of people probably don't want to pay that much, but the audio is really important to me, and that's one of the things I've got to have, and I think it's worth it. I would have paid that much off the bat when I bought my Quest for better audio if I had had that option. So I think this would be a good way to go. The one thing that will be a downside is that these don't flip up, but I've got to have these. They do make them for Rift S also. Anyway, I will link the review that I found of a guy doing a review for these, which is how I found it. So um, he was actually doing it for the Rift S, and I went and found him for the Oculus Quest. So these are counterweight. A lot of people say that the Oculus Quest is front heavy, and I agree. I think it is as well. Um, I have found that making sure that you have the back strap based around the back of your head does really help a lot with the counterweight. But I think something like this could be useful. Now, I have not purchased this, but I think this could be a useful thing, maybe for taking off some of that front weight. Although there is another option that I think I'm leaning more towards here. And this is the exact same thing, a different style. It's a counterweight. It adds a little bit more weight to the back. And I think this also allows you maybe to put like a battery pack or something back there if you want to. This company actually offers a couple different things that you could go through the site and look and find. They also offer one, I believe, if you're using the Vive Deluxe audio strap. I believe that they have one for this, and I've wondered if I could use this on my Quest strap with these headphones so that I could use both at the same time. Um, and I don't know that, but they have some really cool stuff. So the next thing is, if you are going to use the Vive Deluxe audio strap, and I was considering that for a long time, this has been by far what I have found one of the better looking um, attachments, adapters for to allow you to take the Vive Deluxe audio strap and attach it to your Oculus Quest, because you have the Oculus logo. It sort of covers everything else up that says Vive on it. I've seen really good reviews and some groups that I'm in from this, and I think this one here um, is the way to go. If you're looking for an adapter and you actually do want the Vive Deluxe audio strap, it's very popular. Keep in mind, if you're using this, you won't be able to use the sound kit over here that I showed you earlier. Um, so the next thing is one of the biggest downgrades. One of the things that I hated the most when I got my Oculus Quest was that, unlike my Oculus Rift CV1, the consumer version 1 that I got, I could no longer play in the dark, which is a big deal for me because a lot of times when I'm playing, somebody walks in the room, turns out the light on me trying to save electricity, and they don't realize, that when you're in VR, sometimes that light's important. Even with the CV1, I wanted to soda or something, I could kind of see through the nose piece and know where I was grabbing. But with the Oculus Rift CV1, it was never an issue. I could still track in the dark. Well, with Oculus Quest and Rift S, you cannot track in the dark. And so What a lot of people don't know is that you actually can, but you have to have an infrared light somewhere. And this, I have not tested this, but I have been told by numerous people that this will work. And I actually found this on a VR accessory site. So apparently, you can take this infrared light and set it up and utilize it in a way that it allows your touch controllers to basically track completely in the dark. And so if that is important to you, this is something I'm thinking about doing, and so I thought I would share it because it's not technically an Oculus Quest accessory, but it is something that if you're using VR and you want to be able to track in the dark, it could be very important. And it's really the only way that you can do it. And then the last thing is from the same company that I went over earlier. This is basically something that there's a lot of cheap ripoffs of this that I've seen on Amazon and eBay. This seems to be the official one. And basically, what it does is it pads the top of the Oculus Quest headset so that it feels a little bit more like an actual, kind of like a baseball cap type fit. And that strap isn't quite as uncomfortable, and it just makes it all around the weight a little bit better. Now, the downside to this is, again, I wouldn't be able to use this with the sound kit. But if you're not getting that, this might be something to look into. They also have one where you can get the counterweight in the back and the top strap here. And it does really seem like that would improve the comfort a lot. If you haven't got an Oculus Quest yet, I can tell you when you get it, you will find that it's not the most comfortable right out the gate. My recommendation is get the 64 gigabyte because the games are small enough. I have over 20 games loaded on my Quest right now, and I still have over 20 gigabytes left. And use that extra money to get some comfort mods. Whether it's updating your headphones, whether it's getting, this Quest Pro Enthusiast kit, whether it's getting the AMVR faceplate, get some comfort mods because you're going to want it if you're spending anywhere near an hour a day in your Oculus Quest. Um, so anyway, guys, I hope I have maybe shown you some accessories that you haven't already seen, um, some accessories that you might be interested in. I will say that and I want to put this out there, one of the accessories that I purchased was a complete failure. It was a Halo strap for the Oculus Quest that I had found on eBay, and then I found another one on Amazon. I ended up purchasing the one on Amazon because it was cheaper. And let's see if we can find it real quick. If we look for, not Deluxe audio strap, it was called Oculus Quest audio strap. I think on eBay this is what they called it. I don't even know why they called it an audio strap. And I'm seeing now, actually, when I went looking for it the other day, they were also making them for, I think this is it here. They're making it for the HTC Vive. Don't buy this. It's a piece of garbage. Um, and so I will go. Man, guys, I do have it linked elsewhere in my channel to a review where I was doing the review. It actually broke on me. Anyway, what this was basically a Halo strap for the Oculus Quest. And I thought, that it would be a good addition because I'm not a big fan of Halo straps, but I wanted to test it. I wanted to try it because I wanted to see, how well it would work on the Quest. And there was times that I found the Quest to be a little bit uncomfortable. Um, but the biggest thing is that it was made of very, very cheap material, and it just did not work well at all. And it just literally broke holding it in front of the camera. And it was about $30 on Amazon. It was about 80 on eBay. Do not even consider purchasing it if you run across it. It is junk. So do not buy the Halo strap for the uh, the Oculus Quest. Um, so I do want to show one more thing real fast while I'm here. This is something that I came across that looks very promising. Now, I'm probably not going to order it because I'm using the AMVR hand grips, but I do really like how this looks as it sort of just looks like it was made to go with the Oculus Touch controllers, and it also has really good reviews on Amazon. So if you're looking for some grip controllers, this might be an alternative to the AMVR grip controllers. Although I have not tried these, again, I'm just showing accessories. This ain't a review of any of these products. This isn't, um, like I said, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just um, play a lot of VR. I like getting accessories. I look up a lot of accessories, even though I don't order a lot of them. And if you're going to spend time looking up accessories, there's a good chance I've probably already looked it up. So I figured, I might as well make a video for people to find the accessories that I've found, because I've already dug through, as many as I can, and tried to do the research to figure out which ones are best, so that if I do purchase one, I know which one to get. And I think this would be a good alternative to the AMVR head strap. Um, so did want to show you that. I really do wish I could find that. I really do wish I could find that Halo strap. I don't know if the one on Amazon, um, Oculus Quest Halo. Let's see if anything pulls up in here. I don't think it's going to. It was kind of hard to find the first time, so I don't think it's going to pull up on here. Um, but just know that if you find a Oculus Quest Halo strap, do not buy it. It is, and watch the review that I left in my channel on it. You'll agree you will not want it. So I just want to put that out there, guys. It will fall apart on you. It is a horrible, horrible uh, idea to get that. You don't want to take apart your $400 Oculus Quest, put on a $5 head strap that you could have found at the Dollar Tree, and have it break on you. So I do not recommend it at all. Um, the last thing I'll click on here before I go, I've seen this lots of times. I have not tried this, but this is a haptic feedback vest, and I have heard good things about this. I would be really curious if any of you guys have actually tried this, what your opinions and your thoughts are on it. Um, because there was another company that came out recently with a haptic feedback vest also. I don't remember the name of it, but I would be curious to know, is this is so much money right here. Is it really worth $799 for what you're getting for this? So I'd be curious to know what, you guys think. Anyway, that's really all I have, guys. So I really hope that this helps you guys, and I hope you maybe, you're able to find some accessories that you're interested in. Let me know if you guys have any of these accessories, if you've tried any of these accessories, and what your opinions are on them. So, anyway, guys, till next time.